So today is the day I finally get to put back together my Trailmaster MB200-2. If you guys have not watched the part 1 to this video, I suggest you pause it right now and go and check out the part 1 to this video, guys, because this bike, I had to buy a lot of stuff that I was not expecting to buy. And because of that, it's costing me a lot of money. Anyways, guys, I'll give you guys a rundown a little bit. I know I didn't go into details. I don't want to make this entire front portion long and boring. I had to buy a new caliper with the handle, with the handle and the brake line, the rear hydraulic brake. It was broken, so I had to pretty much buy the whole thing as a package. No big deal. I had to replace the belt on the torque converter. I also had to replace the throttle because I am changing the carburetor to a Mikuni style carburetor. So I needed to change the throttle cable. And in order to change the throttle cable, we got to change the throttle handles. I went ahead and took off my old grips and replace them onto this setup because I like the other grips. They're a lot more softer on the hands. I also had to pretty much repair the exhaust on the original 196cc. Oh, well, we trashed that 196cc. That's gonna be in another bike. But we got a 212cc. I already went ahead and removed the governor. I already went ahead and went inside the internals. The engine is perfect. But what I did have to do, I did have to buy a different cable, a different setup for that entire motor. So, man, I hate when I lose my train of thought. Anyhow, guys, that exhaust, I had to port match it because it was kind of very cheap. Anyways, I port matched the exhaust to the exhaust manifold, to the exhaust engine head portion of the head. I went ahead and heat wrapped it too because it's going to be very close to that plastic fender and I don't want it to melt it. So I went ahead and heat wrapped it just in case if anything worse comes to worst. I replaced the rear suspension on it. The rear suspension was completely blown out. I had to buy a new suspension. I also had to purchase the torque converter cover, the rear chain cover, 2 brand new tires, the original front headlight, and I also have to buy the rear tire spacers for the axle. I don't have them. That's literally the last thing I need to buy. I already bought one of them. I think it uses 3. I'm not too sure. If some of you guys out there watching this have a Trailmaster MB200-2 with a rear hydraulic disc brake, please let me know in the description below. Do you have 3 spacers on the axle? From what I've seen 3. However, every time I go on Go Power Sports, it says they only have 2. I think it's wrong. I know there is a different Trailmaster that is the exact same setup, just it only has rear drum brakes. However, this one has a rear hydraulic brake. It uses 1 spacer on the chain, and then it uses 1 spacer from the rim to the brake bracket, and then it uses another spacer from the brake bracket to the trailing arm. If you guys know, let me know in the description below, guys. It would help me a lot. But that's literally the only thing I have left to buy, which I bought 1. I'm missing 2, 1, whatever the case may be. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and install all of this stuff. Obviously in this video, you guys will see the entire thing get reassembled. However, I have a bunch of parts laying on the ground and I'm bound to break something at some point. So I'm just gonna get all of my stuff, all of the parts, all of the knick-knack bolts here and there that belong to the Trailmaster. I'm gonna go ahead and install them. And by the end of this video, you guys will see a finished bike, guys, which I am so excited to ride it. Yes, to ride it. I have a really good feeling I'm gonna get really attached to this bike. I know when I got my my Megamax 212. I got super attached to it. So most likely I will be the same way with this one, which kind of sucks. But we have a lot of trail bikes in the garage, guys. More than I've ever had. You guys are gonna have to stick around though for those videos. I have to get to work on this bike, and this is becoming long and boring. Like I said, I wasn't going to do, guys. Hang tight. Let me just switch the camera around so that we can get to work on this bike. Guys, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to make a part 3 to this bike. I've been having a lot of problems with the rear spacer on the rear tire, so I've been trying to do more research and more research and more research, and trying to reach out to a couple other YouTube channels to try to see if maybe somebody out there could help me find the exact size or even a page where I could buy the exact spacers. Like I said, the bike did not come with the rear spacers, so I pretty much had to come up with them. I've done an extensive amount of research and I can't find anywhere that has them. I know for a fact there's 3 spacers, 1 for the sprocket and 2 for the brake side. However, nobody sells that exact bike. I bought a spacer for the sprocket side from GoPowersports.com, but again, I'm not 100% sure if it is the correct size, because they do have the brake side, which is completely out of stock. However, it's one. It looks like it's for a drum setup on a Trailmaster, and I don't have a drum setup. I have a hydraulic disc brake. So because of the fact that that one is wrong, it makes me question whether the sprocket side is wrong or not. However, guys, I will have to make a part 3, most likely. Like I said, I feel like I'm a little too obsessed with completing the bike, so I'm gonna set it aside. I'm gonna start working on other bikes that I have that haven't even been started, and I'm gonna take my time. I have had one person and one person only that has helped me get the information for this bike. His YouTube channel is called Fat Buddy Cat, and he's the only person that has actually taken the time to help me figure out what the spacers are, what the exact size of the spacers are, what the exact setup looks like, how it's actually set up on his bike in order for me to set it up on my bike. I just have not had the time to go to my local hardware store, take all the information he's giving me in order to get that bike done. And I don't want to continue to prolong you guys. I've been building this video for 3 weeks now, going on week 4. And I mean, I'm not just gonna keep waiting, guys. I've been posting since I started my YouTube channel about 1 to 2 videos a week. And I mean, right now that I've broken that cycle, I really feel bad, because I feel like I like doing it, you know? So I'm gonna set the Trailmaster aside. We're gonna end the part 2 here. Most likely I'm gonna hop on a different project after this so that we can get other bikes going. And then after that, we're gonna come back to the Trailmaster. So if you guys have not done so, please, guys, I'm telling you, I don't want you guys to miss this information. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe to the channel. You're not gonna regret it. I'm gonna have a blast doing my part 3. Not only that, we're gonna need footage for part 3, which means we're gonna have to go out on a ride for part 3. So stick around, guys, because it's gonna get interesting. Peace out.